Hi everyone, Donut here. I'm joined in this Airbnb today by my guests, White Claw, Triarch 2011 9mm pistol, really crappy audio, even worse lighting, and Cal. Oh my god, I took a little break there, didn't I? I haven't made a video on the main channel in about 2 weeks, and I've only put a couple up on the second channel. You can't blame me when I say I got kind of tired of police stuff, but what a perfect time to come back. I took off to Texas for 2 weeks, which is where I still am. But I started getting that Twitter itch again, man, and I jumped on Twitter, and what did I see this morning? Violence tears through West Philly after police shoot and kill man. 30 officers hurt. Surely, for a peaceful protest to injure 30 officers, there had to be a good reason. Oh wait.
This is America.
There's not really much to break down. It's pretty short, so let's go ahead and just watch the shooting and discuss it afterwards.
Yo! Yo, watch my wood. Yo, this shit go crazy out here.
Looking at it right now without any context, I would say that's pretty effed up until you realize that he had a knife in his hand and they tried not to shoot him a lot and he just kept walking towards them, and that's when they chose to use lethal force. But let's look at the facts. Philadelphia police officers responded to a call about a person with a weapon at 61st and Locust shortly before 4 p.m. on Monday. It was broad daylight when officers encountered 27-year-old West Philly resident Walter Wallace Jr., who reportedly stood armed with a knife. Reading what I've read so far, this call is pretty simple. They responded to a guy with a weapon. They showed up. There was a guy with a knife. The guy kept coming at them with the knife, and they decided to protect themselves and shot him a bunch of times. It's a cut and dry protect yourself incident. I feel like a broken record making police videos at this point. A knife is a deadly weapon. When it comes to the use of force continuum, you'll always want to have something higher than what the other person has. You know, you want to match that level or be higher. A knife can cause death, serious injury, loss of vision, nerve damage, whatever. It's a knife. It's a knife. You can get fucking stabbed with a knife. Nobody wants to get stabbed with a knife. Okay, people are really, really upset saying, well, he was mentally ill. Does a mentally ill person having a knife make him less dangerous than like a person who's not mentally ill having a knife? Normally I sit here and I say, this is a fact and nothing but the facts. I'm having a hard time here because officers have been injured in the protest saying that, hey, here's the facts. I'm not gonna pussyfoot around this one. Let's say you're on the street and a guy starts following you around with a knife and you have a gun on you. And he keeps following you and you keep telling him not to follow you and he keeps following you. And then he speeds up and keeps following you. Are you going to stand there? No, you're going to shoot him because you don't want to get stabbed with a knife. Why do I even have to explain this anymore? Why are people mad at this? Why do they shoot him so many times? Well, they ended the threat, didn't they? They shot until he fell down, threat's over, no one's going to stab you anymore. This lady tweeted and said Walter Wallace's Jr. families has hired lawyers. The lawyers say the family called for an ambulance, but police arrived first. They say Wallace's wife is pregnant and due soon. They called for an ambulance and police arrived first, right? So if an ambulance shows up to a scene and there's a guy with a knife, guess who the ambulance is gonna call? The police. EMS dudes are not wanting to jump out with a guy who has a knife. Here's another tweet from a local councilwoman. My statement regarding the death of Walter Wallace Jr. This is a downright tragedy. Walter Wallace Jr., a resident of my district, was shot to death by police while his mother stood steps away. I extend my deepest condolences to her and to all of the young man's family and friends. Our whole community is mourning his loss tonight. We must acknowledge that things do not need to play out this way. Resorting to the use of a service weapon should be the absolute last resort for an officer. Like when someone has a knife. Oh, and in this entire tweet, the councilwoman fails to say anything about the suspect having a knife. Reading what other people are saying and the mental gymnastics I'm putting myself through to try and understand it is not fun. And I'm going to get off now. I'm going to get off now, and I'll be back in my office soon. We'll have the regular videos coming soon. More Leo recaps. If you don't walk at police with a knife, there's a good chance you're not going to get shot. Hold people accountable for their actions, not police accountable for the bullshit situations they're put in every day. That's it. I love you guys. Have a fantastic day.